We're living in some crazy times, guys. If you're like 99% of the people, you are locked down with nothing to do but grow as a person. So in this video, I'm going to teach you my top 5 ways of growing as a person during a crisis. Now, if we've never met before, my name is Koharalan, and welcome to the Mantra Corner, where we discuss things about music, mantras, spiritual transformation, personal growth, and all types of cool shit like that. I hope you're interested and ready to stick around for a wild ride. So, as I said before, these are times that are very, very difficult for a lot of us. A lot of people haven't ever been in a situation like this before where they were locked down. Just a little personal history from my past. You may not know about me. A couple decades ago, I was not the same person. And before I had my spiritual transformation, I did some time in prison. And I had plenty of time to experience what social distancing is like, isolation. I've been through some of that stuff before, so I really have a unique window into this difficult time that we're dealing with, So one of the things that I learned is the most important thing that we could possibly do is keep our attitudes in check and maintain positive mobility, all right, and not get stuck. So I hope you can draw on some of that knowledge, so you don't have to go to jail or be locked up or anything crazy like that or go to an institution. I was also in a cult when I was 15 years old for one summer. That was not fun at all. Nonetheless, yeah, I digress. So first of all, I want you to take a look around. Imagine me, I'm sitting there in a cell, right? And in isolation, you don't have much. You have to look around at your surrounding environment. First of all, just take an account, take an inventory. What do you have? What can you possibly find that you can be appreciative for, that you can find some gratitude for? That was a very difficult situation for me. There wasn't much that I could find when I looked around. Even the air was pretty stale when you're in there. So it's like, a lot of times we can just say, hey, there's so much less pollution. You can take a nice deep breath. And I could be appreciative and grateful for that just by taking a couple conscious deep breaths and being grateful for them. But, I had air, I had oxygen I could breathe, and they brought me some crappy ass food, but damn it, it sustained me. It kept my belly full when I was super, super hungry. So, nonetheless, I had to be grateful for that. And that just changed my perspective from one of possibility and potential and positivity to one of total desolation and isolation and fear and all the other negative things that can creep in when we don't keep ourselves in check. All right, so anyways, start with appreciation. Start with gratitude. Take a look around in your environment. What can you be grateful for? What is it that you have at your disposal that you can make good use of to elevate yourself at this time? You have some books. You obviously have an internet connection. Oh my God, an internet connection? You have the world at your fingertips right now. Even though you're in isolation, you can reach out, you can grow, you can learn. So there's tons of things to be appreciative for and grateful for. Also, a lot of people didn't even wake up with any food in their belly and nothing in their fridge. So take some time to be grateful for anything that you have in that respect. And that's going to keep you elevated and keep you focused on things that are going to uplift you and empower you instead of getting negative minded and wrapped up in the complaining cycle, the cycle of fear and worry and doubt. We want to stay out of that. We want to stay positive, all right? Because that's the way we're going to grow. We want to grow as a person. First thing we got to do is have a decent attitude, so that we can actually water some seeds that we plant and allow them to grow and flourish, invigorate us, and elevate our awareness and consciousness, and just give us some space to actually make some real transformation. All right, so number 2 is humility, acceptance. You are where you are right now. You got to take an inventory of things that you can control and things that you can't control. Right now, there's a lot of things that are outside of your control. And if we resist them, if we rail against them, it creates all sorts of stress in our lives. So we need to be able to accept what it is that we can control and take action there. And the things that we cannot control, we got to let go. We got to bring in some acceptance. And letting go takes us to our 3rd step. We need to let go of wanting things to be different. That's a big part of having peace inside, guys, because whenever we're wanting things to be different, we are in a state of lack, we're in a state of stress, we're in a state of anxiety because things are not the way that we want them to be, and a lot of times we feel out of control. We feel insane, right? But if we can learn to let go of our need to control things, if we can let go of our need for things to be a certain way, if we can just let go of some of that wanting to be different, it's going to free up so much space inside. It will relieve so much stress because that stress is mainly self-generated. And as we start to let go of our resistance, our inner resistance, and the way that we want to control things and need things to be, that gives us peace. All right, so I'll take this moment to mention also, if you'd like to really go deep on that topic, I'll put a link right up here and you can follow it. There's a video I did on how energy is directly related to our capacity, and the key factor is our resistance. And if we can learn to let go of that resistance, we'll instantly increase our capacity. So check out that video, and I'll also put a link in the description. So that's number 3, letting go of the need to control. So number 4 is a little thing called curiosity. You know, Leonardo da Vinci, the great sculptor, painter, author, inventor, scientist, experimenter extraordinaire, he listed curiosity as one of the 5 major important characteristics to develop if one is to become a truly intelligent individual. Curiosity. Become curious about the world around you. Become curious about your environment. Become curious about your surroundings. Become curious about what's going on inside of you right now. What's driving your fears? What's driving your motivations? Start to look inside. Develop a practice of self-inquiry. Become curious about what's going on under the hood. That's why we're all here, really, to grow and self-actualize. So in order to do that, we got to understand what's going on so we can start to make some effective changes. All right, so we can implement strategies. When we start to understand the inner workings of our mind, we can target and hone in on things that we may have let go under the radar before. Things that can be super debilitating if they're left unchecked. All right, so keep an eye out for those things. Become curious again. Start to develop the mind of a child. A child is never bored. Why? Because he always finds something to become curious about. In fact, curiosity might be one of the things that has kept our race alive for so long on this planet. Our ability to adapt and evolve during difficult times, curiosity is indispensable. So start to engender that in your everyday and start to look for places where you can become more curious. And lastly, this is the last one on the list, right? And it's very, very important. I know that you've already taken some of the steps that I'm going to talk about here. This last step is take action. You've already gotten yourself into a positive attitude. You've already started to let go of your resistance. You've already started to invigorate yourself and gain some energy. Now take some of that energy and put it into some positive action. Work out, start to develop a new skill, maybe rehash an old skill and start to refine that and get even better. There's endless things that you can do. You can write a letter to someone, you could do a video chat with someone, reach out to an old friend that you haven't talked to in a while. But the critical thing here is take an action that's different from your everyday. Do something that's unique today that's going to take your life in a different direction. Even if it's only for 20 minutes, it's a positive way of enriching your life and using these circumstances to grow so that we don't get pigeonholed into this negative-minded, crisis-focused, it's like a downward spiral. We don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying, guys? We don't want to go there. Downward spiral, no good. Let's make it an upward spiral. And I hope that this video was uplifting for you. I hope that you gained something and you can put some of these tools into practice. Remember, number 5, take action. Take some time right now. Go back through this video and look at each step. Where can you apply that step in your life? Where is that step holding you back so that you can really transcend and grow even more? I hope this was helpful for you. If you guys got something out of this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that like button, smash that like, that helps us out. It's been a fantastic journey. I'm looking forward to sharing more cool stuff with you in the future, so stay connected, stay invigorated, stay empowered, and most of all, remember, resistance is futile. And I'll see you guys on another video. Much love.